still about the box office, but not the full box office, because there's a lot to talk about with the box office. We have Despicable Me 4 opens to $200+ million worldwide. Now, yes. I'm seeing this on Thursday. My family wants to see this together. I'm like, okay, so I waited. Even I went, this isn't going to open $200 million. And it didn't on the 3-day weekend. 5-day weekend it did. This movie just keeps going. This franchise keeps going. Regardless of what we think about the film, families are eating this up at $240 million.
Yes.
To put this in context, let me just bring this up. This thing opened, well, to make this even better, let's take a look at what the weekend chart did for Inside Out 2. $30 million. All right. Let's take a look at Furiosa. Furiosa, if the internet would work, that'd be amazing. Okay, here we go. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, opened, well, its domestic box office is at $67 million.
Yes.
So looking at the box office for the opening weekend was $26 million. Inside Out 2 made more money than Furiosa did in its opening weekend.
Oh, my heart.
But to put that in even worse context, and I'm bringing this up only because Cam's on the stream, I'm going to bring up Madam Web.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at Madam Web, all right? Yeah. 43.8 million domestic.
Keep in mind, even when I'm not at my own house, I still represent Madam Web. I made my grandma put up a poster.
But let's take a look at this. Opening weekend, it doubled. Inside Out 2 doubled in its fourth weekend what Madam Web did in its opening weekend. What this movie did, Despicable Me 4, is incredible. It's incredible. $75 million opening weekend. 122 within the 5-day. But 240 since it's opened last Thursday. To say this made an ass ton of money, this made an ass ton of money.
Yes, it did.
This makes $1 billion.
I think so. I think it's gonna get there, or it's gonna get like 800 million and like plateau, and then it's gonna just kind of steeply go out from there. Yeah, I mean, I think because almost every single movie, like the newest one before this one was Minions 2: The Rise of Gru, which made like $940 million, and so that one got close. So about every single one of these movies made almost, or they did make $1 billion. So I see that carrying over here, especially with the summer release of the movie, which was a good plan. And you know, families just eat up these friggin' Minions. They will go see them. Now, here's my thing. I hated this movie. I gave it a 1.5 out of 5. I hated it. But here's the thing. Would I rather be like, yeah, if you're going to go take your kids to a movie, go see Inside Out 2. That's my thing. However, this is the kind of movie where there's a lot going on, but at the same time, you will catch yourself just kind of watching the movie. Like, you're watching it and you're engaged with it, but nothing's going on up here. And you're just experiencing it in some ways. Mm-hmm. And that's what kids are going to appreciate. They're going to enjoy it. A lot of kids at my screening came out being like, I love the movie, and they were laughing along with it. So it's going to be a big hit. Already is a big hit. So I think there's a potential for it to make $1 billion, but I will say I think it's going to close out with a minimum of like around $850 million.
I have to agree. This thing is going to open in more countries now because it hasn't opened everywhere yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has maybe more countries this weekend, but what I think is going to hinder this is Deadpool. Deadpool, I don't care if it's rated R. Kids love Deadpool.
Yeah.
Kids love Deadpool. They have Deadpool shirts at Walmart for kids right now, I think. Deadpool shirts.
They do.
So Deadpool and Wolverine is going to open big. And we'll talk about that in just a couple weeks because the box office tracking has gone down. The hype is starting to go down for the box office. But this is going to open. Jesus Christ. Make big money. $850 million minimum, I think. Minimum. What makes this so interesting is it's already made its budget back and then some. It's already a profitable movie. Already profitable with what it's already done.
Because what cost $100 million, I believe, the budget.
Yep.
Yeah.
So $100 million, probably $50 million for the marketing. You pretty much double the production budget. It's already profitable to me. Taking out the third that the theaters take, by right now, it's already made another $1 million just with what we've been doing right now. Screenings have started, and it's already made another $1 million.
Yeah, we're probably going to end up getting. I won't be surprised if within the next year or so we get the announcement of Minions 3 or Despicable Me 5. I honestly think if this one hits $1 billion, they're probably going to do Despicable Me 5 first, just because that one is. Because I don't think Despicable Me 1 made $1 billion, but I believe 2 and 3 did. I know 3 did.
Yes, 3 did. Minions did, as did Minions 2, The Rise of Gru.
Almost 940, which at that point,
almost. Now, with that being said, I have not liked either Minions movie, but I loved Despicable Me 3. That was a great movie, really? As was 1 and 2. But with that movie, I went in there and I was expecting this to be a very happy-go-lucky movie experience. Instead, I walked in there, I'm like, oh crap. There's tons of kids here. It's a fully packed theater, standing room only. Grandparents sitting behind me with a 4-year-old who I'm like, she's not going to care. She was more respectful than the freaking grown-ups were. The Minions farted, and she was just losing her mind. Gru got hit. Something happened. Every single scene she was laughing. When a little kid behind you is laughing, they're having the time of their life. That bumps my grade up. Just because they're having a good time, which makes me have a good time.
But I totally agree with you on that. I think the only film that could contend with Despicable Me is Deadpool, because kids and teenagers love Deadpool because of the dry humor. So that's going to pull that audience in, and they're like, "Can we go see the new Marvel movie?" Not really knowing, hey, it's rated R, but it's funny stuff, and then parents and a bit of older people are going to want to go see it because Hugh Jackman is back as Wolverine. So this film is going to pull in both audiences to it, and I think that's the only thing that's going to knock out Despicable Me. So in the entire Minions Despicable Me franchise, only 2 of them have hit $1 billion, and that was Despicable Me 3 and Minions were the only 2. But like other than that, like Despicable Me was 544, but then Despicable Me 2 was 975. Despicable Me was 1.03. Despicable Me is probably going to get close. And then Minions was at 1.1. And then obviously, Minions 2 was 940. So apart from the first movie, they've all gotten just in a hair of that $1 billion mark at minimum.
And we just have to admit, right? The Minions are annoying. They're really annoying.
Yeah. Yes.
But they make money.
Yeah.
They make money.
Print money.
And they are in front of every Illumination movie, whether it's Mario, whether it's Migration, whether it's whatever they put out. Illumination. It's the Minions. Before Despicable Me, I don't know if Illumination would even be a big company right now without these yellow guys.
And I will say, Despicable Me 4 probably, I didn't laugh much in the movie. When I did laugh, it was honestly, I'm going to be fully honest here, it was with what they were doing with Minions. So there is actually there's a
good few bits in the movie with the Minions that I thought were pretty funny. So
yeah, but whether we like it or not, the Minions are not going anywhere. So
yeah, this movie prints money.
Yeah.
We could say the same thing about SpongeBob, right?
Mhm.
SpongeBob, people say they're running it into the ground. Well, guess what? Next week he turns 25 years old. That show turns 25. He's the same age as me. I've been around as long as SpongeBob. I remember when they had their 10-year anniversary, and they did 48 hours straight on Nickelodeon of just SpongeBob. Minions is going to stay around for as long as SpongeBob is, I guarantee you.
Mhm.
They will be around forever. Whether it's in the mini shorts, whether it's in full feature films, they're going to be around forever. I mean, I may not love them, but they print money. Even for adults. Before we move on to our next topic, I was just at work today, and I went on our website. They have Crocs that are shaped like Minions. Minion Crocs.
Yeah.
For adults. And people are buying them. They're buying them. It's insane to me.
Oh yeah, I know Crocs. I'm a big Croc guy. My main pair. One, I have a Buzz Lightyear pair. Two, I have a Spider-Man pair, and that's my main thing. I love, like, I'm part of the problem that they keep making the silly kid stuff because I buy it. Like,
well, I mean, you keep my store open.
Yeah, so that's true. Yeah.
You keep our company open, so I'm happy.
Yeah, you're welcome for that. Yeah.